Welcome to our My Stem Cells training. Now, every successful organization trains. Your success depends on it. Okay, first let me start off about people pouring cold water on the things you're about to do. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there that are naysayers, dream stealers. Just don't listen to them. They're good people, but however, sometimes they just don't see what's coming ahead. And it's easy to criticize. It's easy to not do something, right? So they're always, misery loves company. That's the old adage. But just keep pressing on. And this is an emerging technology, and it's going to happen with or without us. So there's revenue sharing. There's dollars out there that people are going to spend on stem cell banking and stem cell treatment. And this company is actually positioned to take advantage of that and do revenue sharing with you and the general public. Okay, doctors, their staff, and just everybody. Okay, so I just wanted to point this out. Now, in order for you to become successful, you've got to become a leader of leaders, okay? You must grow faster than everyone around you. That means you got to listen to, motivational talks, and self-improvement talks. You got to read books, hang around people that are successful. There's an old adage they say, look at the top 5 people you hang out with, and you pretty much have the same things that they do, same success, same type of income, and so forth. So just keep in mind, you've got to grow faster than everybody around you, and get rid of all the negative people, and surround yourself with positive people, and get you some self-improvement tapes and books and read them. Okay, or if you don't like reading, there's Audible.com. You can always listen to that, and there's plenty of good stuff on YouTube for free. A lot of self-improvement and motivational videos there that I listen to myself. Um, all great teachers were first great students, so you must pay attention, take good notes, study, and that way later on you can become a teacher yourself and lead and teach others how to become successful. Okay. Now make a list of your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, start by working on your weaknesses and fears. Ask for help on this. It's not, there's nothing wrong with, admitting to the fact that you may have a weakness here or weakness there. Some of the weaknesses people are, they're afraid to talk to individuals. They're afraid of criticism. So if that's one of your weaknesses, let's work on that. People are gonna, just remember this. No matter what you do, if you do the right thing or the wrong thing, you're always going to get criticism. So don't worry about what people think. And then the other one is public speaking. People are, 90% of people fear public speaking. If you're in that category, then there's, things that you can go out there. Just keep doing. Get up there in front of people. You're not gonna die, okay? You may embarrass yourself, but that's okay. You're gonna live, okay? And then you get better. The more you speak, the better you get. There's a lot of clubs out there like Toastmasters. Those are that's a great organization. I'm part of it. You can also, just any speaking engagement that you're invited to, you can always, get up there and talk, say a few words, and each time you do it, you're going to get better. Okay. And what else can I tell you about weaknesses? Get help. Ask a friend, ask an expert, seek out other people that might help you in bridging these weaknesses. And as soon as you conquer your fears and you bridge your weaknesses, the quicker you move forward. Okay, so just remember that. Now, fear. What is fear? Fear is false evidence appearing real. So most of the time, it's just all in our head. Okay, it's really, if you look in the mirror, anything that you always wanted to do and you never did is probably it's because of yourself. You're holding yourself back. Okay, so just remember that it's always your worst enemy is you. Okay, it's you versus you. So if you can sit there and conquer those inner voices and say, look, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Win, lose, or draw. Whether I get up there and embarrass myself or not, if I do a good job, I'm going to do it anyways. So just move forward and you will actually grow. Okay. Just what I talked about. Okay, here's an interesting fact. 75% of all millionaires have made it by starting their own business. Okay, 75% of them, 3 out of 4. They're not going to do it by working for somebody else in a job. Job stands for just over broke. Now, what they're doing is they're actually utilizing the three mechanics to wealth. So you have a job right now. The owner of that business is actually taking advantage of these three mechanics to wealth. Okay, and what they are is residual income, number one, okay? Number two is leverage, and number three is equity. Okay, so let's take a look at those things. Residual income is you do the work one time, you get paid over and over and over again. The example of that is if you write a book, you do all the hard work up front. Now every time that book sells, you get a royalty, you get paid. Now leverage, okay, leverage. J. Paul Getty, one of the richest men in history, said, I'd rather have 1% effort of 100 people than 100% of my own. So that is an amazing mechanic to building wealth is leverage. You can either leverage money or you can leverage people, okay? Time. Now, third is equity. You've got to own it. You cannot rent your income. If you're working for somebody else, you're not building equity for yourself. You're building equity for the owner of those business. So you're actually renting your income. So you need to get into a business. Now, our compensation plan has all three of the mechanics built into it. It has residual income, leverage, and equity. So you can rest assured you're doing the right thing by becoming one of our consultants if you're interested in building wealth. Now your names list. This is where you start. You got to have your names list. Without your names list, then you're not really working the warm market concept. You got to work warm market to warm market. I assure you, if you work your warm market and then you sign people up and you work their warm market, you will. If you go warm market to warm market, you will never have to do any cold market. Okay, cold market is pretty hard because they don't know you. There's not an element of trust there. Now, I tell people if you are going to engage in cold market, I would just only spend about 20% of your effort there and 80% of your effort on warm market. Okay, so relationship marketing is about building those strong relationships. Okay, now you want to start, it's the easiest place to start for you, right? Because people know you. Now, these people are already on your phone contacts, so you just, when people say, well, I don't know anybody, all you have to do is just open up your phone, look at your contacts, or go to your Facebook. There's your warm market. That's where you start. Now, there is an app called Simple Prospect Manager. You can use that. That helps you keep track of everything. Also, there's a memory jogger. Have one of your upline or a friend do this with you. Start with your family, your friend, your boss, your coworkers, church, business associates, waiters, police, real estate agents, insurance agents, auto salespeople, handyman, etc. They say everyone knows at least 2,000 people by the age of 20. So you know a lot of people. Now you always got to invite. You always got to be promoting your next event, right? And currently, right now, I do live webinars every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central. And now I've added a Saturday morning time at 9 a.m. So you should always be promoting those. And then if they can't make that, you can always meet with them, one-on-one or two-on-one, or have an in-home presentation, do a dinner, a lunch, or meet them out, at La Madeleine. I love La Madeleine's because they always have nice little meeting rooms that you can reserve for free, and there's no tipping, so you save money on your gas. You save money for your guests, right? So it's a great place, great menu. Now also look up the schedule for future presentations in your area and online, and just call them and tell them that you'd like to share some information about a stem cell banking opportunity, and also ask them if what day would be good for them, and ask them if they're interested also in a financial opportunity, working from home, part-time or full-time. Okay. Okay, the presentation. Let's talk about it. Everyone must take a look at a presentation, and this starts the whole process. So the first part is getting initial contact and getting them to commit to a presentation. And once they view a presentation, then the follow-up is the next phase. Now, what takes the form of a presentation? Well, there's several. Every person takes in information differently, and sometimes it could be a live online webinar. People like to tune into these things. Now, if the time is inconvenient for them to watch the live webinar, then they can always watch it on demand. You can send them the link to it, and that's a great alternative to get the presentation before them. And then the other one is just do a one-on-one by yourself if you feel comfortable. and confident to do that. And sometimes you can use a combination of your own presentation slides or your own notes and or videos that you have. And then the other one, if you don't have the confidence, then get together with one of your upline leaders and do a two-on-one presentation for that individual. And that's always a powerful way to do it. Now, there's also group meetings in your local area. You can find in-home presentations or other meeting places. People like to meet at restaurants. One of my favorites is La Madeleine restaurant, because it's they have these meeting rooms that are free, and there's no tipping, so I get to save a lot of money and get to use their room for free. So I like to take advantage of those. Or you can find those similar situations or other restaurants that have the similar setups, okay? And then, or if you've got a workplace that allows you to use the conference room or something like that, that's always a good thing to do. And then you can also do meetup.com, and you can post those meetings and maybe get a little bit of general public coming in, a little cold market to come in. But remember, just only spend 20% effort on cold market. Now, as far as you can also do it by just sending them video links, okay? However, this is a very crucial point that I want to make out. If you do send somebody a video link to a presentation, one of my presentations or your very own presentation that you create, this is a very helpful tip, is that whenever you do send them that video link, you want to be on the phone with them. And the reason being is that when they know that you're on the phone and you just sent them that link, that this thing's important to you. And that means that they're going to drop whatever they're doing and they're going to watch this video with you, because they know the presence that you're on the other side of that phone line, and they sense your presence. So they're gonna sit there and watch the video while you're on the phone. Now, I know you're like, well, if I keep doing this several times, for me it's a waste of time. It's not, because you're getting a presentation in front of an individual, and that's key for your success. What you can do is you can always put that phone on your side of the phone on mute, and then you can go and do your things there where you work on your computer, you work in your kitchen, or whatever you're doing. And then at least that person has that sense that you're still on the phone line, and they're going to look at that video. And then as soon as that video comes to an end, you're right there on the phone call, and you're going to be able to answer any questions they may have right away. So this actually accelerates the process and accelerates your business of getting somebody the information. And then obviously whenever you give people information, they're going to have questions, and you're going to be there right away to answer those questions. So the sooner you can get them to a presentation, the sooner you can get them to answer their questions, they become more comfortable, and then you move forward in the process, okay? So your business grows a lot faster. Now, you can also do, let me get a pointer here real quick. You can also do the this one here, which is, if you don't have the time to be on the phone with them, then while I'm sorry, you don't have the time to be with them while they're watching on the phone, you can actually send them the video. You still send them the link. However, I assure you, they're not going to watch it the first time you send it. Okay, so you're going to have to follow up with them like every 1 to 2 days to remind them to watch the video. And after several times of you doing that, they'll eventually watch it. Okay, and then you can go into the follow-up. So it's a much slower process, but it's still effective. Okay, so this one's faster. Okay, if you're on the phone with them while they're watching the video, and this one's a little bit slower. So either one is fine, whichever you're comfortable. You can do a combination of the two. I know some people will do this one where they're on the phone, and then they'll send out about 10, 20 links on this one, and then every 1 to 2 days they're reminding somebody. And so they actually pull people off of both techniques. Okay, so tremendous, powerful diamond director type techniques to get people to look at a presentation, and then also to get them into the the Q&A, right? So remember, the more when you get them into the Q&A, the more questions they have, and the ability for you to answer those questions yourself or with an upline leader, is that they start to become more comfortable about everything, and then you actually make progress and you move forward. Okay, so this is very key and very important. Okay, so after an initial presentation, just show them how to sign up and explain the costs associated with getting started. Obviously, we have two options they can get started with. They can sign up with a one business center or a three business center, and all that takes is a down payment of $200 for the one business center, or a down payment towards a stem cell banking of $600 towards your three business center, and just sign up for a reoccurring monthly plan for their prepayment. Okay, and that can be as low as $183 per month in those 24-month plans. However, they can customize a plan and go out longer in terms of month and a lower payment. And I think we have the lowest payment we have, they can go down to about $20 per month. And obviously it takes them a little bit longer to get there, but still they're making progress towards their banking of the stem cells. And they can actually become a consultant, start earning, and that can actually accelerate their time to get their stem cell banking if they start earning commissions right away and work in the business. So simply just show them how to do that, how to get started down payment and set up a recurring monthly payment, and then ask them if they would like to sign up today. Most people usually won't, but it's always good to ask. You never know. They may see it right away and you're off and running. But if not, if they most of them will say, hey, let me think about it. I have a few more questions, and they say that's fine. And so what you do is just say, well, would it be okay if I follow up with you in about 2 days? And most people will often say yes, okay. And then just whenever you do the follow up, make sure you do that with a upline leader, an expert, so that way they can help you with closing that particular individual, finding out any questions, any objections or obstacles, or they have any questions, and then you're actually moving forward in the process with them. Okay, now if they just say, no, this is not for me, just put them in your not ready column, and just ask them if you could follow up with them, say in about 6 months, because you never know. They may hear something about stem cells. Okay, they may read an article, they hear a friend that they got it done, and now they're ready and they remember that you were the first one that introduced them to it. So always stay in touch. Is in the follow-up, okay? So you're going to have to follow up with individuals. A lot of people do a great job of doing an initial contact, initial presentation, but this is where they fail. They don't follow up. They're like, I don't want to follow up because I think they're going to say no. You don't know that. All you have to do, your job is to get them the message and then just find out if they're a yes or a no. And sometimes you're going to have to follow up maybe 3 to 5 times before you get a yes or a no. But that's good. As soon as you get one of those, a yes or it doesn't matter which answer they give you, yes or no, you've done your job. Okay. So when you get the yes, that's awesome. When you get a no, you say thank you and just put them in your not ready column and check back with them later. Okay, because you never know. They may have a significant event that happens in their life, or they read an article, or they hear something about stem cells, and now they're ready. Okay, and you were the person that they remembered, and so that's why I say always stay in touch. And but after you do the initial presentation, always follow up. Okay, fortune is in the follow up. Now, co-market, like I said, I don't discourage it. However, I wouldn't start off there. I wouldn't spend any money on advertising. I would just, warm market's free. Okay, you don't have to spend money. You already have a lot of people on your Facebook, a lot of people in your contact. That's free. Okay, why are you going to go spend money? Okay, now co-market, sometimes you're out there and you're going to bump into a waiter or somebody you meet out in general public, and that could be your next diamond director. So that's why I say, if you are going to go co-market, I would only spend about 20% of your efforts and then 80% on your warm market. Now, to be successful, you got to promote all of your upcoming events, okay? Like I said earlier, it's always about promote, 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 okay? And the more you promote, the more people come in and get exposure to the presentation. It puts them into the follow-up process, and then there you are. You're just following up with them. You're just answering questions, and no high pressure sales. All you're doing is answering their questions until they're comfortable to make a decision, a yes or no. And then that's all we are. We're in a major sorting process, okay? We're not trying to convince people and drag them over the finish line. Now, here's kind of a funnel, right? So here, you're going to have your prospects down at the bottom. Let me get a little pointer here if I can, laser pointer. So here's your prospects at the bottom, right? So they're going to be everybody in your Facebook, your and your contacts on your phone, and people that you know at work, people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis. And then even like I said, you might run into a few people out there in the coal market. But once they're prospects, you like to turn them into clients or consultants, right? And then of those clients and consultants, we want to cultivate them to become leaders. And if you can, again, if you become a leader of leaders and you have leaders underneath you, you're going to be very, very wealthy. Okay, let's talk about the 4x4 plan. If you sign up your front four, these are your most valuable positions, okay, your front four spots. And the reason being is that 25% of all your effort has to go through one of these four legs, right? So that means if you put people that you really care about, like your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, your brother, your sister, or your best friend, you want to put them in these front four positions, okay? Because that means 25% of all your effort has to go through there. So that means you can actually help them make a paycheck while you're helping yourself make a paycheck. So this is an awesome way to get your front four positions filled with people that you're really close to and care about. Now, when you sign up these four people, each of them are going to be coming in with a $600 down payment towards their stem cell banking. Okay, so obviously, if most 600 is pretty easy for most people to come up with. However, if they're struggling to come up with $600 and they really want to do this, they can actually lean on. We partnered up with PayPal, so they can actually lean on what they call a PayPal loan, which is a line of credit. It's available, it's easy to qualify, and this will actually accelerate your business, okay? And then this PayPal loan comes with no interest, no payments for 6 months, and that's awesome. So these individuals get into the business, they can easily earn that $600 back and pay that line of credit, and then you're off and running. So if you teach this to your downline, this will accelerate your business tremendously, and you will have some massive growth. Now, after you sign up your front four, then what you're going to do is the next step is you're actually going to help your front four sign up their front four. And if you do that, something magical happens, and I'm going to show you that on the next slide, okay? Okay, after you sign up your front four, then you actually will help your front four find their front four. So now you guys team up, and if you do that, each of your front four will earn a $400 paycheck for that week. And then guess what? You will earn a $2,000 paycheck for that week. And then that will be an awesome nucleus and a huge, great start for your organization. Okay, so remember that. Help your four, sign up your four, and then help your front four sign up their four. It's called the 4x4 plan. Awesome plan to utilize and get money on the fast track in your first couple of weeks in the organization. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have partnered up with PayPal to actually extend a line of credit to all our consultants. It's a very simple and easy to qualify process. Let's talk about debt, good debt and bad debt. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, says there's two types of debt: the good debt, bad debt. Now, a bad debt is if you go borrow money and you go blow it. You go buy pizzas, you spend it on a vacation, you go buy something that doesn't put money back in your pocket. That's considered to be bad debt. Now, if you go out and take a loan, in this case, like a line of credit to start a home-based business, which is just a small amount, $600, then that's a good debt, okay? And so this is recommended by Robert Kiyosaki that if you are doing investing into a business, definitely consider this. Now the beauty of this PayPal line of credit is that there's no payments and no interest for 6 months. How great is that? That means they're just going to lend you the $600 that you can actually utilize. You got up to 6 months to repay that. And you can easily make the $600 back in your first week if you really work hard, or several weeks to get this thing paid off. And there's no interest, okay? And there's no payments, so it's like it never cost you anything. So this is an awesome way to get started and to have everybody in your downline that wants to do this and take advantage of this PayPal line of credit to get started with their down payment towards their stem cell banking and become one of our consultants with the 3 business centers, which is the best way to start. Now, obviously, also when you have a PayPal account, it allows you to use other credit cards that you have, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, or Discover. Now, this PayPal line of credit is very easy to qualify. So the first step is you've got to go to www.paypal.com and you sign up with a PayPal. And there it will ask you for a credit card to put on file, but it's not going to charge anything. And then so what happens is when you do that, now you've got a PayPal account that you can use for anything, okay? And there's a lot of great applications for a PayPal account. It's always great to have. I have one. Most of my friends have a PayPal account. So it's a great thing to have anyways, and it's free. Then the second step, then to apply for the line of credit for the $600 down payment, then you go to www.paypalcredit.com, and then there you're going to go ahead and use your PayPal credentials, your login credentials to get in there, and you apply for this line of credit, okay? And it's instant answer. They'll let you know right away in a matter of seconds, okay, if you're approved. And then very easy to qualify, and you get your answer like in seconds. So great way to get started. You know, you go to step 1 paypal.com and step 2 paypalcredit.com, and if you can show this to your entire downline and your prospects that you're signing up, your business is going to accelerate really fast. You're going to have massive success. And if you duplicate that with everybody and teach everybody how to do this, it's a very powerful, useful resource to help finance people with their down payment, and your business is going to grow exponentially. Okay, 90 days to a new income in your life. Okay, let's talk about that. This is one of the hidden secrets in relationship marketing. Every diamond director, every six-figure income or seven-figure income leader in any organization or network marketing, they can trace it back to when they've actually concentrated their efforts and focused in on a 90-day period, and they've actually signed up lots of people, okay? So one of the early things that you want to do is try to achieve a rank or a dollar amount. You know, some people need to achieve that dollar amount out of necessity, okay? They have all kinds of bills mounting, and they need to make money in a hurry, right? Just to get out of that. And other people, they just want to achieve a rank or a combination of the two, or for other reasons, okay? They may have other motivations. Now, one of the key concepts, key denominators to these successful leaders, these diamond directors, these six income and seven figure income earners, is that they always would sign up at least 20 people in their first 30 days. Okay, I'll repeat that. They'll sign up 20 consultants in their first 30 days, or 20 people in their organization. This is universal throughout every network marketing company that's out there. Now, with these 20, this is their nucleus. This is their core, okay? This 20 will help them grow their business significantly over the next 12 months and beyond, okay? So make no excuses and don't let any obstacles get in your way. Everything else is secondary during this 90-day period if you really want to achieve massive success in this organization. Now, we say, you know, a lot of people say, well, I have a job, you know, I work 8 hours a day. I say, well, great, you know, work your job full time and then work your fortune full time. We normally say part time, right? But when you're in a 90-day period, you're going to do both. You're going to work your job full time, and then you're going to work your fortune full time. Now, when you do that, you're going to work your job 8 hours a day in a week. That's usually 5 days. Then you're going to work your business another 8 hours a day for 6 days a week. So that means for 5 days out of the week, you're going to be working 16 hours, okay? You're not going to have time for anything else. But this is a 90-day period, all right? So, and then one day, you know, Saturday, you're going to work only 8 days, okay? I mean, 8 hours for that day. And then you're going to take Sundays off. Now, I liken this to an example of an airplane, right? So if you have an airplane, just sit on the a Learjet, let's talk about that, sit on the tarmac. Okay, now if you're a pilot, and you just say, okay, well, you know what, I'm just going to go 20% effort on this thing, and we're just going to run down this runway and see if we can get a lift off. So what happens when you just give 20% effort, then you go down that runway? Well, pretty soon you're going to run out of runway and you're going to crash at the end, right? I mean, you're going to get some action going, but eventually you're not going to get any lift off, okay? So same thing here in this business, right? You're going to have to give it 100%. 100% for 90 days, okay? And then after that, you can take the foot off the pedal and go down to whatever percentage you like, okay? Obviously, you can't stay at 100% for a long time, but you can do it for 90 days. So if you do 100% for 90 days on your business, that's 8 hours a day for six days a week, you're gonna introduce a new income into your life, and you're gonna build massive success. This is the beginning of a huge organization for you. So take this seriously and apply these concepts to your 90-day challenge. Now, here's another interesting fact is what is the difference between a six-figure and a seven-figure income earner? Well, the six-figure income earner only does the 90-day challenge or concentration of effort only 1 to 3 times, and that's it. They don't do any more than that. Now, the seven-figure income earner will do 3 plus, as many as it takes to get to their seven-figure income. So that is the difference. They just keep on doing it and doing it. Okay, so obviously they'll do a 90-day challenge. They'll take a rest, and then whenever they feel good again, they'll shift it back down to a lower percentage of effort. And then all of a sudden, when they feel ready to do it again, they'll kick up another 90-day challenge and do it again. And then furthermore, they actually will teach their people to do the same thing. Okay, so they will sort out their leaders that way, and those leaders will, if they can teach that to their leaders, then their leaders will actually end up duplicating that, and that's even huge momentum and huge massive growth in their organization. So if you do it, people will tend to follow what you do. So if you do it, you can teach it, and then if they do it, they can teach their downline. So it's a cascading effect, and this is where your legacy and your leverage comes in building your income for you and your family. Now, I want to further emphasize that when they do these 90-day challenges, okay, that they sign up 20 people in their first 30 days. That is a key component to their success. So you want to focus on getting your first 20 people signed up in 30 days. Now, you can average that out however you like. I mean, it could be, 5 people each week, and then you put 5 people in each of your 4 legs, however you want to do it. But by the end of 30 days, okay, you might end up signing all your 20 people in your third or fourth week combined, because you're putting a lot of effort in your first and second week. So however it comes out, as long as you add up the 30 days and there's 20 new people in your organization, that is a whole new nucleus for you. It's a whole new company, a new organization for you. So you're going to actually grow from there. And then of those 20 people, there's going to be some natural born leaders that come out of that. Okay. And they're going to take you to the next level. Okay. So, and then remember to teach them to do the same thing. If they focus in and do a 90-day challenge somewhere in their early days, then this thing's going to replicate all through your organization, and you're going to have some massive rapid growth, which is great, because that means your paychecks will actually increase with that. And so success loves speed, right? So speed and success go hand in hand. So the faster your organization grows, the greater your success grows along with it. Okay, so remember that, and remember this key point. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's a great book. It's called Go for No. Read the book. It's an awesome book to read, and in the book it states that if you want to grow fast, then set a goal of prospecting 20 people per day, and just get your yes, no, or call me back later. It doesn't matter what their answer is, just as long as you expose 20 new people to your opportunity. Now, from these leads can come from anywhere. They should come initially from your warm market, and then your downline's warm market, and then also cold market. Just find 20 people to talk to. I always have the 3-foot rule. Anybody comes within 3 feet of me. If you run out of leads, you can always jump on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, anything online. Get on a chat room. You can actually start prospecting people there as well. Another way to do it is go down to your local bulletin board anywhere at a car wash, restaurant, or a community board, and people usually pin up their business cards there. So start taking them down and call these individuals and let them know about your opportunity. Just to meet your 20 people exposed per day criteria, and that would actually satisfy that. Now the other thing is when you look at you say, well, why should I do this? Well, if you want what you never had, then you have to be willing to do what you've never done. Okay, I'll say it again. If you want what you never had, you have to be willing to do what you've never done. Okay, so if this is a new thing for you, then definitely commit to it. Now, if you look over here at the article here in the book, there's an image of the cover, and I'll bring a pointer out here. So this is the front of the book called Go for No. And then when you look at one of the comments in there, it says failing and becoming a failure are two different things. Okay, so let's get that clear. Successful people fail eagerly, or they're not afraid to fail is another way of saying it, while failures avoid failing altogether. So don't be afraid to fail, just go for it. Okay, and you will actually achieve your greatest success in life. Okay, plan your 90 days to a new income, okay? Get together with your upline leader, and it may be multiple leaders that you get together with, and then plan the next 90 days that you want to do this, and set a start date and a finish date, and then have your upline leaders give you progress report at the 30, 60, and the 90-day mark, and see the huge difference. And remember, the key component is sign up your first 20 people in your first 30 days, and that's always the strategic part, because that starts the nucleus of your whole new organization. Okay, and then you also must commit working 8 hours a day for 6 days a week, and take one day off, and that way you can rest and do whatever you got to do, and praise the Lord as well. And then also you have a this 90-day period. You're going to look at, you have other obligations, right? I mean, some people have full-time jobs working 40 hours a week. They have other mandatory commitments. So in that 90-day period, okay, you don't just go out and just start it and say, hey, I'm going to start it today. You actually want to plan it, and then you want to alert your upline leaders that you're gonna do this thing, so we have their support. And then what you do is you're going to block out these hours, the hours that you work, and then the other mandatory commitments that you have, and then those all the other hours outside of this block of time, then that's going to be the time available for you to do this 90-day burst to a new income. Okay, so the old adage is plan your work and then work your plan. Carpe diem, ladies and gentlemen, that means seize the moment. Okay, people don't fall to the top, they actually climb to the top. Another thought I want to leave you is, if you want to change what you're getting, you have to change what you're doing. Okay, and another one is, don't wait for the perfect situation to come together for you to get started. Here's a profound fact. Okay, the perfect circumstances will never come. Okay, you may get a fraction of it, another part of it, but it will never come together perfectly for you. So the ideal here is just get started now, and things will sort themselves out in your favor. And then lastly, when things are not going your way, you have to work twice as hard, and this increases the odds of things changing in your favor. Okay, so just remember these thoughts, and God bless you, and I hope you have much success with this company, and you're going to go out there and take the message of stem cells and help a lot of people, and help yourself in the process. Okay, so carpe diem.